5 on your health today, saying those words goodnight to your toddler and actually having one.
Don't want to see them until the next morning, right? Here with advice is Dr. Ken Sassower, a pediatric neurologist and sleep medicine expert at Mass General for Children. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's my pleasure, really. Thank you for having this. This is so wonderful to have like Sleep Awareness Month and to have you folks recognizing it. I really appreciate it.
Parents need a lot of help, don't they? This 2 to 4 age group can be tricky for a lot of reasons, but in general, why do so many of those children like to get out of bed?
Well, I think what happens is that it is you have to realize at this tender age, between 2 to 4 years of age, this is really a child's first entree into being alone and independent. This is their first first attempt at that. And so when a child wakes up, they may have difficulties even getting to sleep, but if the child wakes up, it's only natural they'll want to get out of bed. Maybe they have to use the bathroom, but I think more often than not, they want to know that their parents or caretakers are there, that they're by their side, even though they're really not physically there. They're in the house, they're with them.
Okay, you're making me sympathetic. So if your toddler walks into the bedroom and says, I can't sleep, how should parents respond?
Well, I think the best thing to do is give to take them, because they'll want to sort of stay in bed with you. But really the best thing is, once again, to sort of consolidate that notion of, nope, we're going to be doing this alone, but we're doing gradually. So, you take the child with you at that age. Probably just the notion of you're going right back with the child is particularly comforting. And then you're going to have to spend some time. In the beginning, it's really scary because, you're essentially asking a child, okay, what we're going to do now is you're going to spend the next 9 to 10 hours in total darkness, away from your parents, away from any caretakers. It's a scary thought. So it's always good to bear that in mind. They may struggle with this initially, but with sort of a calming voice and with the sort of trying to make your children as comfortable as possible, I think is the key.
Our policy has been to turn them right back around and go right back to your bedroom. What are some other ways to make every night easier? Is there anything maybe you can do ahead of time to help ease this?
I would say yes. I think that's the key things here are to make sure your child has a pretty active day, both physically and mentally, so that they will be tired. And then the other thing is to, or also in somewhat ritualized fashion, but to make it fun, is to, hey, we're gonna go to sleep now. And the thing is, but to try to make it engaging and try to make the child feel that their folks or caretakers are with them. And that's really the key thing. That this doesn't have to be an ordeal. It could be as fun as anything they're going to do in the daytime. And but just to give them that notion, because I think if the child senses that their parents are anxious about it, it sort of, in many ways, seems to rub off a little bit on the child.
Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ken Sassower. We so appreciate it. A pediatric neurologist and sleep medicine expert at Mass General for Children. Have a restful rest of the day.
You as well. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much. That book before bedtime really helps.
I did it.
To calm everybody down.
All wrong.